All right, guys, happy day after Cinco de Mayo. Hopefully you guys had an amazing day yesterday, had an amazing weekend. Welcome to Richard, any other guests that we have on the line today. We'll keep it short, sweet, and to the point. As always, I'm going to turn it over to Carina for a quick teaching moment. And Richard, this is Carina. She's one of our senior leaders of the company since day one. She's also known as the Oracle in our environment. So go ahead, Carina, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. I have two quick things for you. One is a labor of love. I've been working on a disclosure packet checklist of everything that in the dream world would be in your disclosure packages up front, so you look professional, you don't run into as many issues later on in escrow. Of course, this is market by market. Not everything's going to be applicable in there for you guys, but there's probably like, I don't know, 35 items. And most of the disclosure packages I'm seeing, when people run them by me, aren't quite that thick. So I'm going to drop that in fast class, and, feel free to hit me up with questions around that. Obviously, I'm not the broker, but I've seen a lot of disclosure packages and I know what to look for. The second is a big thing. I know Elias is probably covering this a lot as well, but it's the how's the market script. Like, that is such a big hot button right now as we're in a shifting market. We're seeing a little bit more of a buyer's market than we've seen in recent history. So I'm sure people are going to be asking you that. So be sure you have an answer that's ready, like practiced, case by case about how's the market, and be able to like confidently explain what's going on, because the headlines nationwide, I was just talking with Kenny about this, like, this is what's gonna, set you apart from your competitor, is being able to articulate what's going on and if it's actually the time for certain buyers to pounce, or sellers that need to as well. So anyhow, that's my 2 cents.
I appreciate that. And yes, if you guys attend coaching on Wednesdays, we always have a conversation about the market, but also encourage you every single day, Pomodoro effect, meaning 25 minutes a day of reading about the market. There is a prompt that was put into our market update channel. See that down below. It is in the chat. And I'm so glad that you brought this up, because I have a question for everybody here. And I'll pose this to the group. And if you've been in coaching, you've seen this. Are you educated enough to have an opinion? And I say that in the most respectful way, because Kenny could read something, I could read something, and Kenny has a completely different opinion about it. And neither one of us need to be right or wrong. It's just that we have an opinion on that. And so your responsibility as a realtor is making sure that you understand the market. What happens in a shifting market? What happens when it becomes more of a buyer's market? Why are listings sitting longer? Buyers have more opportunities. Like, be able to have a basic level conversation about economics and where you see the business going, versus saying, yeah, it's a good market or it's a bad market. Like, you need to really understand what's happening, at least at a basic level, so you can deepen the depth of your dialogue. And so, Karina, I'm really, really glad that you brought that up. I'm going to pull up the slides for our meeting today. But before I do so, does anybody have a company event, or excuse me, an event, a sponsored event, an educational event, agent to agent event that you guys are going to be hosting in the coming weeks and in the coming months that you would like to share here today? Going once, going twice. All right, Blessing, what do we have for them? Blessing, you're up first, and then we'll go to Cece.
Okay. Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. If you are in East Contra Costa County, so Byron, Discovery Bay, Brentwood, Antioch, Oakley, on Thursday is the Rise Up Women of Purpose evening. It's where women in the community gather to inspire. I am the lead speaker for the evening, speaking on mental health. So tickets are $8. You can get them through an Eventbrite link or at the door, but it's really a group that gets together to help women get to the next step, very similar to what we do in coaching, but in real life with the community. So we'd love to have anyone who's available come out. It's Thursday at 6:30 at Campos Family Vineyards in Byron.
Blessing, I'm not only is this an amazing cause, but I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of you to be able to be out in the community, speak from your vantage point, share thoughts that are going to help inspire and help other people grow. It's really amazing to see how much you have grown. So congratulations to you. Huge shout out to you. Super proud of you. Let's go to Cece. What do you have for them, Cece?
Okay, I get it. So on May 22nd, I have an event in Walnut Creek, and it's Women in Business. I put the event together, and I have 3 phenomenal speakers. And it starts at 6 p.m., 5:30 actually, like a mixer, and then they're speaking from 6 to 7. And it's sort of like a grand opening for me, but also just to kind of say, this is what I'm about, empowering women. So that's my event.
Cece, I love it. Go ahead and drop the information down below. And Cecilia, for the people that do not know, how long have you been officially a realtor?
4 weeks officially.
4 weeks, is already hosting her launch party for her business, showing the world what she represents. I absolutely love this, and each of you have the ability to do so. Anna Pacheco, I have a question for you. Are you a member of the local Chamber of Commerce out in the Stockton area?
No, I'm not.
Are you a member of any of the Chamber of Commerce's out there?
No, not at the time.
Okay, all right. Hopefully you feel better. You sound a little stuffed up. If it's
Yeah, I've
allergies, allergies been
No,
kicking
I've
my
been
ass.
sick. No, I've
All
been
right.
sick.
All right, well, take care of yourself, okay? I just thought I'd ask, I have an idea. But let's go right into the slides for the week. And let's go present. Boom, bam, we're in. All right, cool. So let's go here. Molly, was there anything new from the marketing resources that we needed to share? I know that we launched Stack Wrap last week. Was there anything that you wanted to say or contribute on this slide?
No, just a friendly reminder, as you guys are submitting marketing requests, that if, again, and I'm going to say this every time I say it, if you don't hear anything within 24, 48 hours, shoot me a DM. Just making sure that property information, photos, all of that is turned in at the same time. It can hinder or delay a turnaround for you in the collaterals. If you receive something back, because I've noticed this, if you receive something back and you need a second set of eyes, or you kind of want it to look a certain way, DM me with that. And then of course I can work my magic for it. It is summertime, and we kind of alluded to it at the beginning of the meeting. It is a little bit slower. So I always say use that time wisely. Go back, audit your presentations. Are your listing presentations up to par? Are your buyer presentations up to par? Double check your high notes. Make sure that your stats are up to date. If you need a refresher or like a quick whatever, I don't know that I'm going to do it in the office in the upcoming week, but I'm really going to try to have like a high note class. So if you aren't using high note for pre-listings, for your buyer consultations, for your congratulations to your homeowners, you probably should, or tap in with me to just do a quick Zoom call, but be prepared to work. So we are releasing some templates here soon for Canva to help cut down on the turnaround time, or when you're in like kind of like on the go in the rush type mode, that you have access to it so that you can readily do it. Again, always try to use the templates that we have because they are already DRE compliant. I know some of us like to be creative, but you forget some of the tiniest details. Do not be mistaken. EXP and the DRE do audit your marketing materials. So
Right.
again, just sending a friendly reminder. Everybody knows where to find me. That's it. Thank you.
So Molly, 2 things. First off, I'd be down to host a high note presentation, workshop with you. We do that as part of the next series, if it makes sense for time. And then secondly, I know we've kind of talked about this before, the case studies, and we talked about this last week about having a downloadable, editable case study for if I sold the listing, all the details of it, what happened with that listing, how many offers, over asking, same as with our buyers, like what our strategy was, how many offers we beat out, if we were able to get any type of concessions for the buyers. So I think having those templates built for the agents, so it's different, it's a different feel, and it shows Glenn's strategy versus Glenn just sold something. So food for thought as we're building that. I know we had talked about it before. Maybe we can get something like that prepared.
Yeah, and you know what? Thank you, Miss Shannon, because you're right. They are auditing profiles. The thing with that, and I'm glad you brought that up, it's like a lot of times I'll see requests come through. Hey, I want to just list it, or hey, I have it just sold. you're missing the body. You're missing the call to action on the back of the postcard, right? I mean, maybe some of us English wasn't our major, whatever the case was. I always say use ChatGPT. And the moment you have writer's block or you're not sure how to convey the story, the number of offers that you beat out, what credits you were able to win, whatnot, drop what you want to say in ChatGPT and allow it to do its thing and spit out something. But on the back, it's super bare. But when we talk about case studies, those facts and details are important. So I think maybe we also start working with the agents to train them on how to tell that story.
Yeah, for sure.
Streamline and
For sure.
shorten so that you can even use that in the materials that you have. That can go on your portfolio, that can be added to your presentation of what your history looks like working with buyers, what you are able to
That's right.
stable or even sellers. So we'll work on that. It's on the roadmap. But definitely would love to hear some of those stories from the agents.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Molly, appreciate you. Let's continue cruising on, you guys. Let's get into new escrows. Glenn Riggs, you were up first. You got in a contract on a flex deal in Antioch for 310. V got in a contract in Benicia for 380 on a flex. And then Anna Pacheco got in a contract for 385. Anna Pacheco, since you're not feeling well, you were off the hook today, but I am going to go to Glenn. Glenn, talk to us about this deal. Talk to us about the strategy and what you see working for you in that Antioch market and other markets. Let's roll.
Yeah, this is my favorite client that I've worked with recently. Her name is Shalon. She came to me through Zillow Flex. We met in the darkest hours in Richmond is how we met, and she was not expecting me to show up the way that I showed up. And I know that you've all, many of you have heard this story before, but I convinced her to sign my BRBC. She'd already seen homes with 3 other agents that day, and just became her trusted partner. I partnered with Ashley from the Money Store. And Ashley had extreme patience, and Shalon couldn't download files from her phone. She was really struggling with the technology piece. And we just kept being there for her and encouraging her and supporting her. And we both got texts yesterday. She wired her EMD. She got all of her final loan docs in. And she is so excited. But she's a first-generation home buyer. She has an adult special needs daughter. And for the first time in her life, she feels like she's got something that she can leave to her daughter.
Like that right there, Molly. Right. We talk about case studies, like the emotion behind that and how good that feels. Because some people will go 310 or 380, right? No, that's a home for them and for their family. So I appreciate the breakdown, my man. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to them. And I do love the story. Could hear it over and over. All right, you guys, continuing on. On2 got in a contract in Stockton. Hector got in a contract out in Stockton as well for 474,897. And Liz Serta got in a contract in Oakland for 475. Liz Serta, I think I saw you here taking your afternoon or your morning walk. Liz, do you want to share, contribute, talk to us about this deal? Going once, going twice, and I don't think On2 is here, so we're going to continue cruising on. So congratulations to these 3. All right, guys, Melody got in a contract in Oakley, and Shally and Bondana got in a contract in Oakley for 630. I don't see them here, either one of them here, so congratulations to you ladies. All right, Ray got on contract in Hercules for 725, and Ronnie Escalante got on contract in San Francisco for 925. Dan, was that 3 already that I'm counting for the flex department? That's right, big dog. That's right. All right, let's continue cruising on. Eric King and Ray Rosales got into contract for 963. Congratulations. I did want to spend a moment to talk about Eric since Richard is here as a guest of Eric. Eric has been on social media for many years now, but in the last, I'd say 45 to 60 days, his content has truly turned a corner. He's leaned into, even more heavily into who he is, how he expresses, how he dances. He's having fun with his property tours. He's making property tours completely different in alignment with who he is as a person. And his social media content has blown up. His followers is now over 10,000, and he's just doing an incredible job building his brand even further in his way. So shout out to Eric, shout out to Raymond on this particular deal. And if you guys are looking for inspiration, go to Kuhn, go to George, go to Eric and look at their property tours. And I think that you'll gain some, some good insights on what to to do and how to do it. Kun, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. You got in contract in Alameda for 1.3, big dog, currently leading the charge, #1 agent in all of the East Bay for EXP. So Kun, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Talk to us about this deal.
What up? This I sold their house in Alameda not too long ago, so they were just looking for like a replacement, a bigger property, and they wanted to stay within the area. It was kind of tough to begin with, but they finally not settled down, but found something that they would enjoy for a couple more years until their son graduate, and then another one after that. So, and became their kind of forever realtor, because just, you know, kind of what I do. But yeah.
You know what? I love how nonchalant you are about this, and you just work hard, sell more real estate. That was your messaging out of our meeting. But congratulations to you. Congratulations to Julie. 1.3 out in Berkeley. Great job to both of you. All right, KD, you and Bandana got your listing sold. We talked a little bit about this, the one in Richmond. So KD, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Talk to us about this property. Talk to us about how many offers you saw. What was the demand? Tell us a little bit about this.
So this property is in Richmond. This is one of our investor clients. We were not expecting a lot of traffic because the reason being the market's kind of slow. We were kind of like, should we go on the market now? Or should we wait a little bit? But the first weekend we had over 30 groups come in. We were like, man, that's good. We should be receiving an offer soon. But we still wanted to test the waters and see how the interest pops up. So we did the second open house. Again, we had about 25 plus groups come in. So we discussed with our sellers, and then we set up a date for Wednesday for the due date. And then we received 2 offers that day. And even after that, we had 5 people lined up for offers. They were like, hey, can we put an offer still on this property? We were like, we already received a good offer, but if you want to, we can be in the backup position. But seems like there was great interest in Richmond market as of right now. So we're in contract and we should be closing in 20 days.
Man, I love this. Congratulations to you. Extend a congratulations to your sister, and 2 congratulations to Bandana. All right, guys, let's continue cruising on. Jen and Ray got their listing into contract for 1.4 in Oakland. Congratulations, Jen. Congratulations, Ray. And then let's continue cruising on. So we saw an uptick from last week. I think last week was it was just one of those weeks. It was a slower week for us, but we have turned a corner. 15 new escrows. 15 plus is really where we want to be as a company. And I think that there's obviously going to be some buyer sentiment right now that is fearful about tariffs, about the economy, but it's not our job to convince those people. It's our job to go out there and find the people that are ready because their circumstances say that they're ready to purchase a home. Now, those other people that need a little bit more coddling, just a little bit more time, a little bit more education, then run your route with them. But our responsibility is to find those people that have impending events that still need to purchase a house, no matter what the economy is saying. Kenny, anything you want to share on this slide before we move forward?
Yeah, the market is all over the place. Talking to Karina this morning, I think this is just the fastest shifting market. In the last 3 years, we had an up market, then we had down market, then we last year it was kind of up, and now it's falling down again. But this is the fastest the market has dropped. So just pay attention to the headlines. I try to read as much as I can. Even the article I dropped earlier, like looking at Campos has like 30% market share. They have a really good grasp of the market. It's really uncertain. But if things go I'm even seeing a lot of contracts come in on the weekends. So then negotiating you're doing on deals usually could be up to a week. It's not just write the offer, get a counter, and then move on right away. So this takes a lot more skill, a lot more patience, a lot more keeping your head in the game. I've lost 2 big clients. I lost a $4 million listing appointment the other day, lost a $2.5 million buyer a couple weeks ago to local agents. So it's more competitive than ever in this market because a lot of the part-time agents, a lot of them have kind of not been able to survive. So the work is harder, but the rewards are bigger than ever. There's 48% more inventory across Alameda County versus this time last year. There are a lot of homes for sale. So it's your job to kind of go through your buyer pool and see who's ready to take action and figure out if they're not. It's not a big deal. Just check in with them later. So it's taking a lot of skill and there's art to it this quarter.
Yeah, and, I'm really glad that you said this, you guys. Once again, Pomodoro effect. I'm not expecting you guys or wouldn't encourage you guys to read hours and hours, but at least 25 minutes a day about the market. Whether you're listening to things while you're driving, you're reading an article while you're having coffee in the morning, but make sure that you're educated enough to have an opinion about this market. Right? And share with the consumer the reality of what's actually going on. And once again, our job is not to convince, it's to find the people that still have a life event that they need to buy or sell in this market. That's it.
Yeah, there's
So
one thing I would suggest this month is to like write aggressively. Your buyer's looking for a good deal, make the deal happen. Like I don't care if it's like 2 weeks in the market asking 700 grand, write 650 if you want and see what happens. Like you have a lot of buying power right now. And then if you're that person being that aggressive for that buyer, they're going to want to commit to you because they know that you're going to try to get them a good deal and not just get a contract.
That's right. That's right. Jessica, I saw your note in the chat. If you guys want to be featured on the meeting, you have to make sure that you get your deals into the tracker. That way we can do the graphics and make sure that we are featuring you on the slides. So we will feature that deal next week. So I want to send a huge congratulations out to these people, Samiry and Brandi, for moving on up. And look at, like, Brandi's got her cheerleaders here in the room. But congratulations to both of you. We know the hard work that you've been doing behind the scenes. You guys are in completely different markets. It's really cool to see that you guys have graduated out of your advisor-advisee agreement. I don't see Samiry on the call right now, so I would like to turn the mic over to Brandi. It looks like you're chomping at the bit to grab the mic. You got your cheer squad, Brianna, here in the background. So Brandi, let's hear from you. Just congratulations. I know this means the world to you. Let's roll.
Thank you. It does. Graduating like a year later. So, I mean, I completed my goal, I guess, within a year. So, no, it's been an honor to be on the team. And I can say everyone feels like family. So I'm super excited to keep growing and see where we end up a year from now.
I love it. I love it. I'll make a prediction by the end of this year, you're at 10 plus deals. Next year, you're at that 15 to 20 deal. But congratulations to you. Congratulations to Samiry. Both of you guys always come to coaching. I don't recall a time where you missed the coaching. So keep showing up, Brandi, for yourself, for your family, for your goals, and all the things that you guys are building. So shout out to both of you. Huge congratulations on all of your accomplishments. All right, guys, cruising on, looking ahead at a couple of important dates. Happy birthday to all of these amazing people. I don't need to go line by line. You know who you are. Happy birthday if you're celebrating this month. Do something special. Celebrate you. And hopefully this is your best lap around the sun ever. So happy birthday to all these amazing souls. All right, guys. I'm going to turn it back over to Molly. Molly, you want to take the mic on this one?
Yeah. So, thank you so much to everybody that donated. We had our clothing donations picked up last week on Friday. Bay Area Rescue organization was super happy with all of our donations and very appreciative. So this month we are kicking off love to our local businesses. So Small Biz Big Vibes, that is our event for this month. So super easy, maybe towards the end of the month. Please use the hashtag TeamFast Loves Local. It could be your favorite coffee shop, barber, taqueria, bookstore, whatever. Hashtag it, and then we are going to put a compilation up at the end of the month. So this, we're just sharing and giving back to our local community and putting other people on. So if you didn't know, now you know. That's kind of the initiative for this drive, is this just to show some love within our communities. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely love this, Molly. Great stuff. You guys, we are going to be launching our next round of training. I want to first off just say thank you to everybody that has been attending the in-person training classes. Shout out to the people that came to every single training class, and we're going to continue to do more of those. But I'm curious if you guys, have an ability to get into the chat right now. There's only 27 of us here, but what would you like to see on the calendar if we were going to do more trainings? We have a couple ideas. We're going to do like tacos and texting. We're going to have tacos, and then we're going to do text message campaigns, video campaigns. get the cilantro out of your teeth first. But we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna eat some food. Maybe do like hand rolls and handwritten cards that we're gonna send out to our sphere, to our database. But also, I would love to be able to do marketing campaigns around certain events. For example, we have Mother's Day this weekend. Who has a marketing campaign? What your newsletter looks like? What are you doing for raffles online? What are you doing within the community? Are you delivering flowers? Like, I'd love to be able to have campaign conversations so we're all collecting thoughts and energy and then go out there and deploy these marketing campaigns based on seasonality. So would love to hear from you guys if you have any thoughts and ideas of what you would like to see for training, and don't all speak at once. Put those down in the chat now. That way we can get some understanding from you guys, or don't say anything, just allow us to put the stuff on the calendar. Would you rather have that? You guys agree with them so far? What we've been doing? I need some thumbs up. I need some reactions, something. Okay, don't leave me hanging. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Jay, appreciate that contribution. Can we do a content day around the office? The answer is yes. Okay. The answer is yes. We'll do another lights, camera, action. We'll do content around the office. Now, Lisa, I want to know a little bit more context. What type of content are you talking about?
I'm just thinking like some of the restaurants, and there's so much right there in Jack London Square, right? I mean, you got Yoshi, Scott's. There's a ton of things. Just the
Okay.
water.
Okay. All
Just Fat Lady. All
Okay.
the spots. Yeah.
I'm down with that. I think that's a great idea. And by the way, nice shirt. Like that.
All right.
All right, guys. So more information to come. We'll make sure to have a solid schedule for you guys for the summertime so you guys can come in and contribute, learn, and make sure that you guys are filling your cups. So let's go here. Make sure that you're registering for this, for Fastcap. Listen, if you are a newer agent and you're looking at taking your game and just elevating, or if you're that experienced agent and you want to say, you know what, I just think that I need to get back on track. Fastcap is designed to do just that. So Fastcap is EXP's version of intensity. So it's intensity without the intense. However, it's requiring you to do certain things every single week to come to the classes, to show up, to participate, to do income producing activities. So from May 7th to June 20th, post the event, the Fastcap, you guys have a solid structure of your business. If you haven't been able to apply all the things that we teach you in training, coaching here in the environment, then go to Fastcap, do a combination of the two. But I highly, highly recommend that if you are struggling or you just need that refresher, you go to Fastcap and put this on your calendar. It is a game changer, and it's been amazing for our company. Once again, guys, May 8th, MacArthur Maze and TeamFast, monthly volunteer session, Alameda County Community Food Bank. This is a labor of love through Damian. Make sure you're going out there and supporting him. Register here if you have not yet registered. And then Lunchbox Social, May 15th from 12 to 2 o'clock. Make sure that you guys are there. We're going to try, Molly and I spoke about this. We want to try to put some trainings on the days where that we have Lunchbox Social or First Fridays. So there's already people in the office. You guys can break bread, have some fun, socialize, and bring some guests. So make sure to mark your calendar for that. It is already on the team calendar, but make sure that you know to be there in the office. And then let's do this. One more update for you guys. May 30th, 11 to 1:30 in Stockton. We're doing our social media workshop. I have some ideas to take this to the next level, but I'm going to communicate with the Stockton office, and Molly, I got some ideas on that. But before we head out, it's Mother's Day weekend, and if I don't get to see you guys and talk to all the moms on the team, I want to send you a huge happy Mother's Day, happy Stepmother's Day, Grandmother's Day. Thank you for all that you do. It's appreciated here. It's appreciated within your own family. And my hope is that you have something planned for this weekend for the special women, special moms in your life. Also, how can you leverage this weekend to do a cool marketing campaign? Can you do some type of raffle? Can you do some type of raffle for an amazing brunch spot and you contribute X amount of dollars? Can you do something? And the answer is yes. It doesn't have to be crazy, but you can do something that is going to honor the amazing moms out there. So just some words of encouragement. Use the opportunities that you have in front of you, such as Mother's Day, to do very organic marketing, to build and be human, and to give back to your community. I promise you, all those things come back to you. So before we close session, does anybody have anything good for the order that they want to share or contribute? All right, guys, I will be traveling in the next couple days. However, coaching is still on tomorrow. Coaching is still on for Friday. If you need anything, you know where to find us. But we appreciate you. Richard, thank you for being a guest here today. Looking forward to meeting you sometime in the next couple weeks. You guys, if you need anything, you know where to find us. As always, be you, but fast, and have an amazing, amazing afternoon. Peace.